All right, and we're live. Welcome back to day 24, everyone, of vibe coding an app until I make $1 million. In this stream, we may be streaming later tonight as well, but in this stream, we're going to be working on the BridgeMind platform. So for those of you that may or may not know, we have a platform where people are able to learn to code using AI or learn to vibe code. And we are launching this tomorrow with initial courses. We're starting out small. We have a couple courses that are pretty basic but ready to be launched on the platform. And before we actually do that, there's a couple things that we want to polish up. The different courses that we're releasing tomorrow. We want to make sure that they are actually ready to ship in terms of people being able to sign up, be able to charge and set up subscriptions and everything, and then actually being able to take the course and go through everything that they need to do to earn a certification. So with BridgeMind, you're able to actually learn how to code using AI, and you're able to learn things like prompt engineering and different techniques and strategies for how to use AI, especially in the context of coding with AI. And yeah, I think it's going to be really great. Rovidex, J35, welcome. Thanks for being the two first people on. You guys are real ones. Thank you. So yeah, so this is shipping tomorrow. Right now we've got a couple feature flags that are making it so that people can't actually sign up. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to make updates to polish off the rest of the project, and then what we're going to do is we're actually going to go into our infrastructure and change our environment variables so that people, those feature flags are changed, and people can actually sign up. Okay, let me do a couple things on my end for the stream, and then we'll jump into it. But yeah, welcome guys. Day 24, let's get it. We got another revenue generator coming out tomorrow, which is going to be huge. If you guys are just joining, make sure that you like the stream. We're going to be going for a couple hours. Locking in. All right. Okay, so let's pull up our terminal. And let's launch the BridgeMind project. So here's what it is. It's similar to the tech stack that I like working on. So we have our core. So the core is an NPM registry that is private. So I use this because basically what it allows me to do is allows me to import a core repository that holds things like enums, entities, and interfaces, and it allows me to import and use them across different parts of the project. So for example, the BridgeMind API is going to import core, as well as the database is going to import core. So instead of having to replicate the entities and paste, define that code locally, you're able to instead do it just in one place and then import via NPM. So pretty nice, but pretty basic best practice though as well. So nothing too crazy there. But yeah, so right now this is the actual, this is production. We have a lot of code that's changed locally that we haven't actually updated. So let's CD into BridgeMind UI and get that launched. BridgeMind UI, npm run dev. So that's launched. And now let's CD into BridgeMind API, and then let's run npm run start dev, and then now that's launched. Let's make sure that it's good. Check, 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 check. Yep. All right. So now let's launch our local host. Oh, and we actually were running View Creator still. So we're going to put View Creator on hold for right now. We're going to revisit that later tonight. I'm hoping that I'll be able to get back to streaming. Linux Thing, welcome. Good to see you again. Hope everything's been good on your end. I haven't seen you as much lately. Definitely missed your presence, but we're doing all right. So I hope you're getting a lot of stuff done on your end. Okay, so yeah, so here's the hero for BridgeMind. And something that I want to show you right off the bat, just so that you guys kind of see how this works is you can go to the dashboard, and this is what the dashboard looks like. There's a couple things that are currently placeholders, and since we're shipping tomorrow, we've got a lot of work to do just to make sure that there's no placeholders and that things are actually hooked up to their respective API routes. But I'm going to expand this so you can see what it looks like. So how it works is you can go over here and you can browse different courses. So here you can see that there's an advanced learning, deep learning course. There is a machine learning and practice course, AI fundamentals, and these are just seeded for now. This is just my local database, so these aren't actually the courses that you'll see tomorrow. But let's just click on one of these. And what's cool is that I've already been certified for this course. So what's cool about this is, you can view your certificate. We actually need, we need to get this working. So a couple things, there's a few things that we're gonna need to work on. That's one piece of functionality for sure. Let's pull up PG admin and let's take a look at the actual database and kind of clear out some of the progress so that I can show you guys how this works, and as well just test it for myself so I can see where we're at, as I haven't picked up this project in a couple days. So I just want to refresh where we're at. We've been working on View Creator, so I need to refresh my mind real quick. If you guys are watching, haven't already liked the stream and subscribed, make sure you do so. Okay, so I'm going to go to user progress. So there's a user progress table. And in the user progress table, basically how it works is this is how you track user progress in a course. So it has a course ID, it has a user ID. It actually doesn't have a course ID. It has a content item ID is what it has. So the content item ID is essentially like, for example, there's multiple different content types. So now that this is refreshed, I have to go delete the user progress, and then let's delete the certifications as well. Or no, let's just change the functionality. So something I notice right off the bat is that basically what's PRD? Somebody said PRD is on point. What's PRD? Oh, product management? Oh. So yeah, so this is looking pretty good. PRD is product requirements document. So yeah, so what we need to do is we need to take a look at this, and we need to update it so that we remove basically the functionality here. I want to be able to see and review a lesson even if I have my certification. And that's just one small bug that I see. I don't want it so that like after you get certified, you can't even go to the course page anymore. That doesn't make any sense. So let's go over to that page, which is under, it's under the Learn dashboard, and then inside Learn, you have course, and you have the course ID, content ID. It's this one right here. So let's look at this, and let's say, right now, if the user has a certification in the course, it's only saying view certificate, and it doesn't allow me to click a button that routes to that course's content ID page. This is incorrect. Users should be able to both see that they have a certificate for that course and view it, but there should be a button for them to view the course content as well and go to that page. And right now, there's a bug there. So please just add that button, even if the user has the certification. I always want the user to be able to review the course content. All right, so there's that. And then I have really been liking GPT-5 High Fast, so I'm going to switch to that. This model, it's interesting when new models come up and when they're launched. It's very interesting because they take a little bit of time to actually get better, if that makes sense. For example, you'll have a new model come out, and it actually will be like so-so. You'll have a model where it's like okay, it's not crazy. But my point with that is that the models get better, especially like if you guys remember when GPT-4o came out. When it first came out, it was definitely better. It was essentially a blend between 3.5 and GPT-4. So they made it way better and they made it way faster. So GPT-4, if you guys remember, it had like this problem. The biggest problem with GPT-4 is that it would sometimes get stuck, and they called it being lazy. And they would say, you know, sometimes the model's just lazy. That's what they would refer to it as. And it was very interesting because, you know, basically they would call the model, here's our review course button. So when you click review course, it takes you to the course's page. So this is an actual, I'll just show you guys like the URL here. You know, this is, let's see, just paste it in. Does that do, I just pasted in a URL. I don't know if you guys can see it. Let's see. Okay, yeah, you guys can see it. So yeah, so this is the URL, for example, the page that I'm on. So you guys can see that in the chat, you know, it has learn, course, and then the course ID, and then the content, and then the content ID. And basically what it does is you're able to navigate through the content of the course. So you have quizzes, you have actual like text lessons, and these are formatted in HTML, which allows you to give really good CSS, like this little code box here as an example. But then the quizzes as well are good. But I've already completed this course, so you guys can see that it has all checks. And then you can view your certificate here. And I believe that there is the logic built for rating a course. We're gonna need to take a look at that as well though. But yeah, so view certificate, let's get this working. So when you go to view certificate, it takes you to this page. I don't like this. If you guys notice this URL, whereas I was sharing the local host so that you could see how it works, how the routing works. I wasn't trying to show it so that you could go to that page. I was showing it so that basically in the chat, the reason I shared the local host link was so that you could actually see what the routing was. So for example, I wanted to show you guys how it works, because when you're making that request, it's passing in different ID variables. And I wanted to show you guys what those were. So you can see the ID of that course and then the ID of the content. It's just interesting how it works in Next. So yeah, so something we need to do is make it so that you can actually view certificates. So right now, the logic for viewing a certificate isn't great. Please take a look at it. Right now, it just routes to a 404 page. But really what should happen is when a user clicks view certificate, it should take the user to a page in the Learn dashboard where they can find it at learn/certificate/certificate ID. And it should display the certificate. And on that page, it should display the user that earned the certificate and the information of the certificate and the course of that related to that certification. All right, so that looks good. Something that's crazy is that it seems to me, I don't know if you guys knew this, but the channel is really growing rapidly. Yesterday we gained 108 subs in one day, which was the most subs that we've ever gained in one day for the channel, which is just crazy. I mean, 108 subs in one day. That is not, that is like basically evidence that what we're doing here is actually working. So I'm just going to keep doing this because it's obviously working. So, and I enjoy it. So really appreciate all your support. Arhan, what's up? J35 said, just brainstorming some idea to figure out something to work on. Linux thing, thank you for posting that. Appreciate it. Nexora just asked, what's your Cursor plan? My Cursor plan is the Ultra plan. So, because this is essentially my full-time job, vibe coding is my full-time job. So I have no problem spending the money to have the best plans, to be able to, basically have no limits. And what's interesting is even when the models weren't as good, for example, when we had like GPT-5, and there was with GPT-4, you could only do 25 prompts every 3 hours. They had a limit. You could do 25 prompts, and I had 2 accounts, and then they added the Teams plan, and I upgraded to the Teams. I had 2 Teams accounts, because with Teams, it was like, I think it was like maybe $10 more, but you got essentially like 40 or 50 prompts for those 3-hour period. And then I bought 2 of those accounts. So I had a team account with essentially 2 users. So I had 100 prompts per 3 hours. So I was spending like basically $60 a month instead of 20, but no longer did I have to worry about usage limits. And it's always been like that for me. I've just gotten so much use out of AI, especially with programming, that there's nothing that I would want to do that would basically put a limit on what I'm doing with vibe coding. I would just say, it's my full-time job. So why would I not have the Ultra plan? Why would I not have 2 accounts? Why would I not kind of take the limits off? But yeah, that's my perspective on it. Alberto, what's up? Welcome. But yeah, so we're working on this certificate page here. And like I said, this is going to be live tomorrow. So today in this stream for the next couple hours, we're going to be working on some of the logic and solving some bugs and whatnot. But honestly, this is looking pretty good, and I'm very happy about how this is shaping up so far, for sure. Alberto just asked, how have you done the $51? So we have money coming in from our iOS app, Goalpost. Yeah, it's on iOS and Google Play. And then we also have money coming in from BridgeMind. So the official launch is tomorrow, but from the beta program, we made about $46. So that's how you get your 51. But right now, it's just, it's very interesting because we're in the stage where you start a company and it's all grunt work. You're not getting a lot of money. You're not getting a lot of return on your time investment. But that's why the rewards for starting your own business or working on a project like this are so great. And it's because you take that initial risk, and the risk pays off if you just continue working at it. You just can't give up. You have to believe in what you're doing. You have to accept failure when it comes and try and learn from it. So let's go to view certificate here. Still took me to the incorrect page. Let's see this certificate ID page. So it is in the Learn dashboard. So now we just need to make sure that the view certificate button in this page actually routes to that page. If you guys are watching, haven't already liked and subscribed, make sure you do so. Channel's been growing super fast lately, so really appreciate all the support. Right now we're working on BridgeMind, which is our vibe coding platform, essentially, where you're able to learn and get certifications on courses related to vibe coding. So if you're interested in vibe coding and you want to take courses where you're able to learn and get certifications, this is a product for you. So let's try view certificate now. Okay. All right, so this is the certificate of completion. It does not look that great. Take a look at the certificate of completion. This doesn't look like a certificate at all. In fact, it looks pretty bad. Can you please take a look at the styling? I actually want it to look like an actual certificate, and right now it's not showing the data like the name or username of the learner. Please take a look at the API and make sure that the functionality for this properly gathers that information. Is there even a name in the user? Let's check it out. So the user entity is just the user table. Let's go down to the core repo. We're gonna go to entities, and then we're gonna go to user down here. So let's see, is there even, yeah, there is a first name field. Okay. I think that'll be good enough. So one of the coolest things about this is that this is just incredible. The functionality here is really robust and it's very complex. So it's pretty cool that we got this working and looking so good. Nexora just asked, do you also have background on programming or just pure vibe coding? So I've been programming since I was a teenager, and then I started to get really serious about it in college. I studied finance at Purdue University, so I was at Purdue studying finance when AI was really coming onto the scene. And as soon as I saw AI, I knew, hey, you know, I've got this basically finance career that I'm pursuing, but the tools that exist and that are going to exist and that are coming out are totally changing the game for programming. Maybe I should consider seeing if I can get really good at coding with AI instead of pursuing this finance degree, because with, you know, basically, you know, if you just pursue a career, you know, it's just not super exciting, at least for me personally. I see it as, hey, am I just showing up to work for somebody else in somebody else's business or some organization that's like huge that I don't really care about that much? Or do I basically work on something every day that really excites me and that I think is cool? And yeah, I chose the latter. All right, this is pretty cool. I just want to make sure that there are ratings, course ratings. User. Okay. Okay, this is looking more like a actual certification, but I think I know what's happening here. So let's just open up PGAdmin real quick, and let's go to users real quick. Let me make sure that there's nothing sensitive in there. Obviously, this is all local test data. Okay, yeah, we're good. All right, so yeah, so here's what it looks like in PGAdmin. So let's see. So yeah, you have this first name. I think we're logged in as like support 4. So let's just go. And what I want to do is I want to see, hey, is this first name working? Just put my name in there. And then the username. Is username still a thing? Looks like it's been removed. Or is that in user profile? User profiles. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. All right, good to know. All right, so if we refresh this, that name? No name. All right, I'm not loving the certification, to be honest. I'm not loving the look of it. let's fix this real quick. In this My Certifications section on the dashboard page, basically that tag is kind of like just overlapping the text, and the text is overflowing, and it really doesn't look great. Can you please rethink the styling on that section to fix these issues? Review the image closely and create a summary of the issues that you see with it, and then fix them. Nexora said, you said earlier that you use the Ultra plan for your job. Do you also have other job other than pure vibe coding apps and YouTube? No, this is everything that I'm working on right now. It's my full-time job. If you guys are watching, haven't already liked and subscribed, make sure you do so. We are up to 1,889, so we're only 11 away from 1,900 subs, so we're getting close. I think we'll hit 1,900 today for sure. 2,000 maybe in the cards. If we can get close enough in this stream to 2,000, I'll probably stream later tonight so that we can hit it. That'll be cool. I was thinking about maybe like going out and getting like some disco lights or something. Have a little party when we hit 2,000 subs. So yeah, let's fix that. And then this, I really like the look of these cards. They look good. J35 said maybe provide it a certificate design to reference to. Yeah, that's a good idea. Okay, so here's like some certifications. Oh yeah, this one's pretty cool. Let's just take it over to downloads. Thanks, J35. Yeah, Linux said no time, just 2K subs, I think. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. WebSolved asked, what are you building here? So today in this stream, so we're going to stream later tonight probably as well and work on View Creator again, since that's essentially what's going to drive a lot of our marketing. But for this stream, we're working on BridgeMind because BridgeMind's launching tomorrow. We have a couple courses that are now ready to teach people to learn how to vibe code and earn certifications and level up their vibe coding skills. But yeah, so this is launching tomorrow, and we're just kind of patching a couple bugs, making sure that everything works so that tomorrow goes smoothly. But yeah, I think revenue is going to jump once we launch. I think this is going to be a pretty big revenue driver. And then I think View Creator is also going to be a pretty big revenue driver. So really exciting stuff going on for sure. All right, let's check out that functionality. Still doesn't look great. Let's try GPT-4 Sonnet for this. Alright, so we pass in 2 images, change up the model. Sometimes changing up the model from like GPT-5 to like a Claude model can actually be really helpful because, you know, if you guys didn't know that, like some models will have an easy time doing something that would be challenging for other models. Garaz just recommended to use single quote and double quotes to your prompt to provide reference. Still kind of struggling. Okay. All right. You don't really need the certified tag. You don't really need that certified tag because it's obviously a certification, so remove that tag. Yeah, I should have thought of that initially. Just remove the tag. Clicking on the certification should route to our new certification page, respectively, not to the course page. Alright, that looks better. Yeah. The overflow of text, or like the text on the My Certification section should be truncated at some certain point. And there should be 3 dots to basically for user feedback so that they know it's being truncated. Let's check the subs. What are we at, guys? Let's go. Getting close to 1900. 9 away. Thanks for all the support. All right. Okay, nice. So just a little truncation here. All right, so now we go here. Still not a fan. Yeah, definitely not a fan of that. Completely redesign the certificate of completion. I want this to be on theme. Right now, the certificate of completion does not have a, it's not on theme. Also, it doesn't look great. Look at the entities and look at the API that actually, to see what data it returns. And please update this page so that it actually looks professional. Also, allow users to download their certification as a PDF. All right. Amar, what's good? Sam Stone said, when changing the models, does it reset the context, and that's why you think it's easier? Because using the same chat for ages could pollute the context of the chat. Not sure if that is a thing. So that actually brings up a really good point. Sam Stone, oh, he retracted his messages. I don't know why. That was actually a really good point. Those are good messages. Ray Tracer, what's up? Hello. Mestre said a green screen is very cheap and it will improve your videos. Green screen. What do you guys think? Green screen? May have to get one. J35 said, we like it natural. Amar said, without green screen, it's a bit more engaging. I don't know how to explain it. Yeah, I kind of like it without the green screen because, I don't know, the way that I see it is that I am not a content creator. I am a vibe coder first, startup guy first, and I'm a content creator like second or third, to be honest. Ray Tracer, right now we're working on the BridgeMind vibe coding platform. I'll show it to you in a second once we fix this error. All right, how close are we? I know we're getting close. All right, 7 away from 1900, guys. Let's go. Oh, this looks a little bit better. Yeah, that looks a lot better. That looks like really realistic, actually. I want the BridgeMind logos to be in the certificate of completion. Also, I want right now, like for some reason I can't see the whole certificate. Make sure it's compact enough that it's not overflowing, and make sure everything in the certificate is very nice and symmetrical, and yeah, that's good. Sir Gilbert asked, how did you get, Sir Gilbert said he's a new viewer, and he asked, how did you get that $51 in revenue? So the revenue is coming from two areas right now. So it came from initially the BridgeMind beta. There's a couple beta users that paid, and then we launched our iOS and Google Play Store app Goalpost, which is what we were working on. We built and launched an app inside of, it was like 10 days. And it's pretty cool. Garaz asked, dude, what's the domain for this? I'll pass it in. It's BridgeMind AI is the domain, but I'm pretty sure if you try to sign in or sign up, it's all disabled right now. So I have feature flags, and what's great about the feature flags is that instead of having to like update the actual code, I'm able to just update like the environment variable that does multiple things. So it's pretty cool. Please use the BridgeMind logo for the certification, not this weird BridgeMind Academy B that you're putting in there. Please look and find the BridgeMind logo in the nav bar. Okay. Yeah. All right, what are we at, guys? All right, we're 6 away. We're getting close. We may get to 2,000 today, depending on how these streams go. Keith Scott said that he just subbed. Love the vibes. Thanks, Keith. Keith asked, what is your app? So in the past 24 days, we built and launched Goalpost, which is on the iOS and Google Play Store. There's a link down in the description below if you want to check that out. And then we've also been working on the BridgeMind AI platform. So if you go to BridgeMind AI, you'll see that basically with this, you're going to be able to learn how to code using AI. So, wait, hold up. I think we need to use, there's another in public, images, logo, dark. I think we're going to use the dark logo, yeah. Please use, oh, wait. Actually, I don't want to use the dark logo. I just want to turn the certificate to, I want the certificate to have, actually, you know what? The white looks kind of good. It looks more professional. I want the certificate to use this logo, the dark logo, instead of the white logo. Thanks, Linux. Keith Scott said, did you code before this? Yeah, I've been coding since I was a teenager. Started with Python when I was like 17, and then when I was in college, I went to college to study finance, and I got really good at programming in college, and I ended up dropping out to start a startup where I built an online therapy platform called Bright Choice. In 6 months, I had to write 2 million lines of code. We had 30 therapists working for us, and we had a pretty high-level executive team as well. But I would say that, coding seriously, I've been coding very seriously for about 3 years. you don't need to have the Academy text after, just the logo. If you guys are just tuning in, make sure you like and subscribe. We are 5 subscribers away from hitting 1,900. J35 said that he sent me a certificate design I did on Discord, but I guess I am late. You already have a good certificate. Well, thanks, J35. Let's check it out. I hope it's okay if I show everybody what you sent. Oh, wow. So this is what J35 came up with. Wow. Wow, J35 needs a promotion. J35, that is insane. This is so cool. Wow. All right, I hope it's okay if let's see if we can reproduce this. How'd you make that, J35? You got some serious skills. J35, I might have to hire you, man. Let's just test this. I don't know which one I'm gonna like more, but J35 did it in Canva. Keith Scott said, awesome, I'm just exploring programming now. Been in mechanical engineering. Okay, so you're smart. You're smart. ME's no joke. Let's see how it does, to see if we can replicate J35's certificate, but this one's also pretty good, so we may just keep this one, honestly. Hypertech, what's up? Good to see you again. All right, let's check, guys. I know we're getting close. 5 away. If you guys haven't already, make sure you like and subscribe. I think we may hit 2,000 today. It's possible. It's possible. Oh, it's all right. The other one's definitely better, though. Let's revert. Remove the double border. There should only be a single line for the border. The darker black one's good for now. Keith Scott asked, when are you planning on launching the course? So this is releasing tomorrow. So the pricing on BridgeMind, I'm not trying to I'm not trying to sell this to you guys. I'm just showing you what we're working on. So I'm gonna do actually this is outdated because it's not running locally. So let's go up localhost. So the pricing, oh man. Hold up, guys. Why was admin? All right. Living Room PC asks, where do you get your passion? I've always been a very passionate person. Oh wow, this certificate looks really good. Yeah, I've always just been pretty driven. All right. Okay, there we go. So as you guys can see here, basically we have a basic $9.99 plan. You're gonna be able to do a 7-day free trial. And what that gets you is it's going to get you access to 5 courses. It's going to get you access to the community, certificate of completion, and then just support. So pretty basic for now. But the pro is going to be when we have more courses. But tomorrow, we're only going to have like 3 courses available. So there's not even going to be that many courses. So I don't want people paying for like a pro plan that's twice the cost when like there's no actual real benefit to being in a pro plan versus a basic plan. So that one's going to be coming soon once we actually have more course content built up. But for launch, it's just going to be like 3. But yeah, free trial. And you know, the coolest part is it's like, I believe in what we're doing enough that, hey, if you guys, you know, want to check it out, if you think that that would add value, then great, you know, check it out. But if you don't, that's all right. All right, so we're having an issue with this, this error here. And I think that the reason that this is actually happening is because of this. So in our database, we have a user roles here. And what you'll notice is that the engineer, so we have an engineer role and then we have a admin role. And the reason that we're getting that error, I think, is because there actually is no admin set up in the database. So let's set this up. Probably should have done this on seed, but that's okay, we didn't. Okay, so let's save this and see if that solves our issue. And then, okay, didn't, cannot read properties undefined admin. Okay, so that did not fix our issue. Let's drop it in. What is happening here? Veer asked, how will you do marketing? So if you're familiar with the channel, you know that we are working on another product called View Creator. And with View Creator, we're going to be using it so that we can actually create viral social media content at scale. And we're going to be working on that pretty hard and pushing the marketing and the advertising pretty hard. But yeah, let's check to see if we've hit 1,900 subs, guys. Close, we're 3 away. If you haven't subbed, make sure you do so. We're getting super close. We gotta get the, hold up, we gotta get the, I'm super into World War II, guys. What are we doing? Okay, Kerncraft. Every time we hit 100 subs, every milestone, you got to get a little bit more better energy in here. We're gonna pause the lo-fi for a second. We got to get lit, guys. We're about to hit 1,900 subs on stream. We're 1 away. Let's go. If you haven't subbed, get to subbing. We're about to hit this. Let's go. Hey, let's go. All right, somebody in chat, Sean asked, what kind of computer do you have? Watch this, guys. We're gonna up the stream a little bit. Watch this. Wait, hold on, that didn't work. There we go. Let's go. All right, guys, you can see this is the stream setup. Let's turn it down a little bit. All right, that was sick. We hit 1900. Thank you, everyone. Let's get back to chilling, get back to vibing. Thank you, everyone, for your support. All right, so let's see if we fix that error that we were getting. Looks like there's still issues on this. Oh. I think I may know what the problem is. I know what the problem is. I think I know what the problem is. I think that we have this source directory here that has our enums in it. And enums here, you can see, has this admin engineer role. Hello, Cloud AI. What's up? Yes, this is real. Keith, sorry, I missed a bunch of questions in chat, guys. Keith said, I'm using Cursor, Keith. Excuse me. All right. So I think that what's going on is we have this package here. It's a UI package. You can see version 1.0.25, and then I think earlier in a conversation we may have actually messed up our configuration. I remember watching what it was outputting, and I think I saw an issue here. Yeah. So I believe that, yeah, I think that this is actually off. So we changed. I would love to no longer use the UI package, to be honest. I don't like using the UI package. Be a refactor, but all right. I'm pretty sure I know what's causing this now. Let's go up here. I'm actually going to do a revert because hello. I guess it didn't update anything. Alright, so let's go here and I don't like the UI package, not gonna lie. The reason we had a UI package before is because we were using multiple different front ends. And I actually am not a fan of that anymore. This super long API endpoints file. All right, I'm locked in here for a second, guys. So what I'm thinking about is, hey, is this UI package even worth having in the project? You know, should we get that taken out? Or is that going to cause a ton of different problems? Find all the references and uses of the BridgeMind UI repository and tell me how many you find. Because I would consider just deleting it completely. Interesting. If you guys haven't already liked and subscribed, make sure you do so. Hello, Cloud AI. You asked Cursor versus VS Code. This is Cursor. Cursor is way better than GitHub Copilot, if you guys didn't know. Cursor is definitely the #1 AI vibe coding tool. All right, so here we have 52 occurrences. So that's actually not that much. Take a look at the UI repo in our project here. I actually want to completely delete this, but the problem is that we have a bunch of code in the BridgeMind UI that references this npm repository. So what we need to do is I need you to take a look at the UI repo here, which is the @BridgeMind/UI repository. And I need you to take a look at all the code, and then I need you to take a look at the BridgeMind UI and find all the occurrences, and please then move some of the code, for example, like the enums, over from BridgeMind, the UI, and move it into BridgeMind, the UI repository, into the front end, and remove the need to be able to actually import those enums and other imported packages from the repository. I just want to completely remove the need for that. All right, huge refactor. We'll see how it does. We'll see how it does, guys. Toro just said, your video just showed up on my feed. What are you building? So we're building a couple different things right now. Right now we have an error, so I can't really show you on localhost, but On BridgeMind AI, we're working on currently a platform where you're going to be able to learn how to vibe code, and you're able to learn and get certifications, level up your vibe coding skills. That's what we're working on in this stream. But we also have Goalpost, which is the iOS and Google Play Store app that we built in less than 10 days. And then we also have View Creator, which is another product that we're working on, which is an AI content generator for social media, where you're able to create viral social media content in seconds. And some of the image generation and video generation technology is getting way better. I don't know if you guys know about Nano Banana, but it's gotten a lot better. So we're working on a product so that we can actually market our other products, which is pretty cool. So it's a pretty good atmosphere of product development here. Where do you find your customers? So there we have several marketing strategies, and then also once we get this off the ground, we're gonna go pretty hard into paid marketing. So it's gonna be quite an adventure. I expect the revenue to scale exponentially. So it's been pretty slow going these first couple weeks, but that doesn't get me down. I know that, hey, you have to put in some grunt work. You're not gonna see results immediately, but if you just keep at it, you keep grinding, it will pay off. So if you guys haven't already liked and subscribed, make sure you do so. We're at $18.99. Somebody unsubbed, unfortunately, so I don't get to see that 1.9. Okay, so we're doing a huge refactor right now. Turo asked, what are the pricing like? It's $9.99 a month. Also, I'm gonna do a promo, a big promo, so that there's gonna be a 7-day free trial, but then I may add like a promo on top of that as well. So huge refactor going on. $1.9, let's go. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Toro. I mean, in what other world could you do a refactor this large? You've got 52 references to an NPM registry, and you need to move all that code locally, and it's crazy. There's been a lot of word on Codex lately. Isan just said Codex. Yeah, on Codex, there's been a lot about Codex lately. What do you guys think about Codex? Thinker just said that you learn. F in the chat. Thanks, Linux. This to-do list functionality, when they built this was a game changer, honestly. Total game changer. Codex? How do you use Codex with Cursor, J35? These to-do lists, total game changer. Because it like, let's look at other to-dos that it created. Inventory all imports of BridgeMind UI and BridgeMind UI. Catalog needed modules from UI, SRC, and plan local locations. Like, that's game changing when the AI is literally thinking about that and then doing a to-do list and able to mark it off like that. That's crazy. And, you know, something that I said on yesterday's stream, but I just want to reiterate it, is that, you know, I was in a class at, oh, what's this? Gotcha. Okay. But yeah, so I was in a class with a professor, and the professor was basically saying to the students that, hey, AI is not what you think it is. AI is not getting that much better. 95% of organizations that have invested money into an AI chatbot have not found it to be profitable, etc. And, you know, it was just interesting for me to sit there and hear that, because, you know, AI has completely changed my life and completely changed my career trajectory. And, you know, to hear somebody basically saying, oh yeah, like AI is not as good as you think it is. You know, they basically keep saying that the models are getting better. He said, you know, AI was great. It's a total life-changing tool once it came out. But his point was essentially that it's actually not gotten that much better, and that it's not as impactful as may have been initially anticipated. And I just thought that that was interesting, because I don't know about all of you guys, but I've noticed a massive difference. And I've noticed a massive difference even from like 6 months ago. So, you know, I hear that and I'm like, well, I don't know. I don't think that's necessarily true, but all right, so we did fix that error finally. So we're past that error. So let's go check out our certifications again. We just did like a big refactor. So we haven't been doing a ton except that refactor. Looks like this is still working. Let's just keep rewriting imports, refactoring. So we're going local instead of having an NPM registry. I don't want to manage an NPM registry when there's only one mono repo that even has the UI elements in it. So, all right, I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick, guys. I'll be right back. I hope this doesn't keep asking me to accept. All right, guys, I'm back. Sorry, I had to take a quick vibe piss. Oh, man. If you guys are watching and haven't already liked and subscribed, make sure you do so. We're getting to 2,000 subs today, guys. 2,000. Can we do it? Can we do it? so much refactoring. Thank goodness we have AI. Their certificate should have an SVG signature on it. It should say signed by Matthew Miller, CEO of BridgeMind. Something similar to that. Thanks, J35. Shout out to J35 and Linux, top mods on the channel. Unreal Link said hello, what's up? You're vibe coding right now? That's awesome. Yeah, drop a V in the chat if you're vibe coding along with me. Got the vibe community. Okay, J35, back to what he said. He said they have an extension now to install with Cursor, VS Code, Windsurf, so it gives side panel like Cursor. Okay, interesting. So do I have like an extension? There's extensions? Wait, hold up. Make the signature actually be Matthew Miller in cursive. If you guys are watching and haven't already liked the stream, make sure you do so. Also subscribe, join the Vibe community. We are 95 subs away from 2,000. It may sound like a lot, but it's not. Ryan said that he's building a web app using Tray. It's good enough. What do you mean? Yassine said, what are you building? So right now, in this stream, so we're building several things. In this series where we've been vibe coding an app until I make $1 million, we were able to build and deploy goalposts to the iOS and App Store inside of 10 days. And then we're also working on View Creator, which is an AI platform where you're able to create viral social media content in seconds. And then right now we're working on BridgeMind, which is an AI learning platform where you're able to learn how to vibe code and other very important AI skills. Make sure that the signature is actually on the line. Right now it's hovering off. Fix that. Also make sure that everything's in line. Remove the BridgeMind logo at the bottom as well. All right, so here's our certificate. It's looking pretty good now. Taz asked, why am I not using Claude Code? Cloud Code is not as good as Cursor, in my opinion. All right, download. So here is what it looks like on download. Hopefully, it does not look good. We're gonna have to fix this. When I download the certificate, it doesn't look good. It needs to take up the full width of that white space. Right now, there's a ton of white space when I actually download it. Noah's Nation just asked, how long will you be live? I'm gonna have you on the background while I'm working. I'm gonna be live for a couple more hours, so feel free to chill, vibe with me. Thanks, J35. Yassine said crop the image. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna need to update this this logic so it's full width. Taz asked, do you find GPT-5 better than Sonnet 4.1 Opus? 100%. The cost difference alone is makes 4.1 Opus not even an option. Do you find you make your agent document your changes and keep up docs? What do you mean? Oh, like, do I have the agent do like a read MD file or something like that? Let's see this. Okay, there we go. We fixed that. This looks pretty good. Remove this information from the certificate page. If you guys haven't already liked and subscribed, make sure you do so. We might get to 2,000 subs today. We are now 89 subscribers away. 89. Going crazy. Look at this, full stack flow. Let's try this one, full stack flow. Looks sick. J35 just recommended a share to LinkedIn option, maybe. That's a good idea. Let's keep it simple for now, though. We got a lot of other features that we need to get through. Rion, yes, I'm using Cursor. Taz asked, do you make your agent create technical docs? I don't, unless, yeah, I don't. I probably should. That's a good idea. I wonder if create sharing options for the certificate. Right now when I click share, nothing actually happens. Please think deeply about this and properly integrate sharing functionality with X and LinkedIn. And other best practice options. Let's just see if that works. I mean, I don't know how challenging share functionality actually is. Right now it's just a button, but let's try it. J35. Pence said, hey Matt, sorry I haven't been active here, but I just wanted to ask, how much do you spend for the model? So I have a Ultra plan for Cursor just because I vibe code a lot. So I have the Ultra plan so I don't hit rate limits, but with the Ultra plan, if you're using GPT-5 High or just GPT-5 in general, you don't really hit your limits. So it's kind of like you get the $200 plan and then you just kind of have unlimited AI. And when you think about it, you know, $200 a month, That's $2,400 a year. You know, I'm willing to invest in that for, you know, think about what you would need to like hire a team of programmers. You know, it would cost probably $100,000 to build this application that we built here. I mean, we have a full stack AI learning platform is essentially what we built here. Taz said, would you still use GPT-5 if Opus 4.1 was the same price? I mean, that's a hard question to ask because it's not. Not sure. I don't know. I've now become really accustomed to using GPT. Opus, I'd probably just stick to GPT-5. All right, let's see how this works. Oh, wow. All right, well, that was easy. What about LinkedIn? Oh my gosh. What? That's so sick. All right, that's cool. All right. Well, that's freaking sick. Thanks, J35. Pretty easy to build share functionality, I guess. Noah's Nation said you spend $200 to $300 a day on Cursor? What? What are you doing? All right. Okay, so something that I want to do is we definitely need to test our payment functionality. So let's go over to the start free trial page. And basically when people go to the free trial page, they're asked, what is your current level of AI experience? Say advanced. What is your primary goal with AI? Build projects. And then how much time can you dedicate to learning per week? 20. What learning style works best for you? Structured courses. And then you create your account. I'm gonna do sport +5, BridgeMind. And then a nice little password here. And then right now we have a basic plan and then a pro plan with annual and monthly options. So right now, 7-day free trial. Let's pull up the Stripe dashboard. Actually, I need my phone to get into Stripe. So hold on, we're gonna lose this camera, guys, because I need my phone. But we're gonna lose this camera. Sorry, I need my phone. All right, so I just want to make sure that our Stripe is working. Okay, if you guys are watching, haven't already liked and subscribed, make sure you do so. Okay, so I'm gonna try going here. So right now, if you guys are familiar, we have just a test key that we're using. So we can use a nice little test credit card. So let's start this free trial. And what I'm hoping is that over here that it actually has me on a free trial. So account created, redirecting dashboard, and then it redirects, perfect. And then over in Stripe, show you guys what it looks like. So you can see here, this is the screenshot I'm looking at. So there is the customer, September 2nd, created at 1:10 p.m. And then inside of, all right, So inside then of that customer and that subscription, it looks like our, yeah, that's not good. So it looked like, all right. All right, give me 1 second. I need to check our product catalog. Okay. Okay, so our pricing is off. So the reason it was 5. Okay, we had to change up a couple things. Okay. If you guys are watching, haven't already liked and subscribed, I think we're gonna hit 2K today. Let's check how many subs we got. We hitting 2K today, guys? What do you guys think? We hitting 2K? We got 90 or 87 to go. 87 to go. All right, so I got to change up some logic for the Stripe functionality. So it's good that we found this. So I'll show you guys what I'm doing. I can't show you my, actually I can show this. So yeah, so pretty much in Stripe, we have this is our sandbox. And here you can see that we just created, it was set to this one and we have a default, and then we just set it here. So that's $9.99 per month. And then we also need to create the correct amount for the yearly cost. Okay, so, all right, billed annually at $999. All right, so this one's per year. So this is the default, and then per year. Okay. So we have to copy this price ID, and then I'm gonna change an environment variable real quick. Let's go. PC Aviator asked, how did you make the first $51? I'm new here. We made the first $51 from our iOS and Google Play Store app Goalpost that we built in under 10 days and launched on both platforms. And then we are also made money from the BridgeMind AI vibe coding platform. And sorry, I'm changing some stuff on my end. Okay, so now we have to do, we can go back to the product catalog, and then we have this, what's it called? It's called Pro, okay. Pro. So then we have to do is have this $50 per month, so that's way off. So you have to go over here, and you have to select, flat for this is $19.99 monthly, yep, create. And then we're gonna set this as the new default. And then the annual for this is, let's pull up our code base. And then in here we have in pages, not in pages, it's in constants. And then in plans, we have information about this. So $999.99, and then, okay, so $199, okay. Let's create another for the yearly cost. Thanks, PC Aviator. Appreciate it. All right. Okay, so now we have to change those environment variables again. Take this. Okay, so something else that we have to do is in our overview here, we have webhooks. And if I go here, we have our webhooks. And we're gonna have to enable this webhook. And then I'm gonna have to, all right, sorry guys, I'm dealing with like some environment variable setup right now, so. Bear with me here. Where's chat when I need it? Using Stripe, I want to set my webhook. Oh, shoot. To listen locally. Why am I using ChatGPT? I should be using Cursor. All right, we at least got those working. But something else that we're gonna need to do is we need to set the free trial, because when we tested the functionality there, it did not do the free. It did not set the free trial correctly. All right. Take a close look at the API, and please note that there's a 7-day free trial for the basic and pro plan. And right now, instead of there being the 7-day free trial, customers are actually being charged and billed immediately. This is incorrect. Please think deeply about this and come up with a solution to make sure that they have a 7-day free trial. J35 said sometimes building applications can be frustrating. Thanks, J35. Free PLO project asks, are we working on the BridgeMind site today? Yeah, we are. PC Aviator said that he has the same problem. I always mess up when talking to AI. That is a talent in itself. It is a gift to be able to articulate with voice what you want. Thanks, man. Yeah, I think it's a skill, you know? But let me give you guys a little warning. I was in a college class, and the professor was hating on AI. He said, it was so funny. He said, those of you that call yourselves prompt engineers, he did that sarcastically. He's like, you brain dead idiots using that AI garbage. I'm like, hey man, that's like saying that the internet wasn't gonna be a thing. Why is this playlist hitting so hard? I'm gonna drop the playlist in chat for all you guys. Ah, you gotta be kidding me. PC Aviator said the educational system is so entrenched, the lack of AI integration in education will be its ultimate downfall. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't even really understand, you know, what, how the education system really worked until just recently. Like, basically people get their PhDs by being a professor. J35 said life has really changed from creating PowerPoint to prompting GPT-5. Yeah, that's very true. Mill Mike said, good luck, mate. Thank you. PC Aviator said, every time my kid comes home from school and tells me how they can't use AI, I just want to be able to complain. Yeah, I mean, it's very interesting, isn't it? Very, very interesting. I doubt it's sustainable, right? Unreal Link said it's all about solving problems and creating value. Very true. Yeah, I mean, it's just surprising that, you know, just very against the AI use in education. Very against it. Yo, thanks for the reactions in the chat. Heart emojis, appreciate it.
Come here, come on.
All right, so we're setting trial period equal to 7 days. This will allow all of you guys to try it out tomorrow when it releases. You know, I don't want anybody to feel like they're getting ripped off. You know, honestly, I could care less about the money. I just enjoy doing it. All right, so let's give it a nice test now. Skip the questionnaire. So now it should be able to create the right thing. So this should be a 7-day free trial, $9.99. Account created, redirecting to your dashboard. So let's now pull up pulling up Stripe dashboard so we can take a look at it. Oh, perfect. All right, guys. So yeah, so check this out. So this is what it looks like in Stripe. So we have the basic plan. This is the subscription. No payments yet since they have a trial. And if we click into the subscription, that's where you see all the information about the subscription. $9.99 a month. Started September 2nd. Trial ends September 9th. Perfect, 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 perfect. All perfects. Pence said that it might be cheaper to use root code and use the same model. Honestly, I'm not really, there's some people that are really cost conscious. I'm not as cost conscious. I really like Cursor. I think it has some of the best functionality and features, so I just like Cursor. All right, so here's a course. Let's try enrolling in it. So once you've enrolled, then you click start. And then what's cool is that you can't go on to other modules or lessons in the course until you mark as complete. You go next, mark as complete, next, mark as complete, next, because these are just text, and you have a quiz. The quiz, you have to get the right, I think it's all the above. So then it automates it. Then at the end, little effects for your certificate earned. And then now we can view our certificate. Where'd our certificate go? Okay. Why did I have to reload that though? On the My Courses cards, remove the last access date and remove the instructor. PC Aviator said, is your program going to include labs along with tests? Yeah, so pretty much there's assignments. The first courses are not going to have any assignments to start with because I'm thinking that, hey, for assignments, you would need a way to grade them. And I want to think through that before we start to do that. So there is an enum for our content types that you're able to actually, do assignments and stuff. But I'm trying to think through the best way to actually make it so that, people can do assignments and then submit them. Imagine you have an assignment where you need to create a website. How is that being graded, right? So, Beats by Hunter said, don't give up, thank you. J35 said, to PC Aviator through Expo framework, I actually think it works without having a Mac. Yeah, Expo, you don't need to have a Mac if you're developing apps, like iOS apps. Beats by Hunter said, don't give up. Thank you. It's the kind of energy we need around here. Resources is coming soon. So on the resources page, please note this to the user instead of providing links that don't do anything. you guys are watching, haven't already liked and subscribed, make sure you do so. We're gonna try and hit 2,000 subscribers today. We're less than 80 away, so. All right, resources coming soon. Perfect. Please take a look at the user streak entity in core, and I actually want to review it real quick. So we have this concept of user streaks, but it's not actually integrated. Okay, all right, looks good. Help me build the functionality in the API by creating a new module with routes that will increment the user streak +1 for users when, for example, they log on each day. Also, build all the functionality and then integrate it into the front end. Like for the sidebar, it has a streak that renders in how many days the user's current active streak is. But right now it's just placeholder. It needs to actually work. So take a look at it and fix it and get it working. Okay. So source, components, layout, learn dashboard layout, and then API, SRC modules, drop that in as well. Let's go, guys. We're making a lot of progress. Iris, what do you mean? I don't understand. I'm using Cursor. Iris, you're trying to build an app? What are you trying to build? VB asked, do you have developer skills or just pure vibe coding? I have been a programmer for 6 years, since I was 17. I started coding with Python, and then I got really into it in college. I dropped out of college and started an online therapy platform. And I wrote 2 million lines of code in 6 months, was able to get investor capital, and 30 therapists were on the platform. We had a nice executive team. So I have a lot of experience from that. Taking my experience here now. If you guys are watching, haven't already liked and subscribed, make sure you do so. Trying to get to 2,000 subs today. Hazim just asked, is that NestJS gives me PTSD? Why? Nest giving you PTSD. Nest is amazing. It is Nest though, yes. Wow, that sounds really cool, Iris. The Linux thing said the best vibe code comes from experienced coders first, but truth is it's a great time to just jump in blind and have a blast regardless of skill levels. That's very true, Linux. Well said. Hazim asked, when did you decide it's the moment to drop college and pursue your passion? It's a good question. Something just clicked for me. I just decided that I didn't want to go the normal route, if that makes sense. The normal route I didn't find it appealing. Go to college, get your degree, get a corporate job, get married, have kids, work for 45 years. Doesn't sound great. What do you guys think? Iris said that he doesn't really know anything, just the basics of Python. Yeah, I mean, I think that now, you know, the truth of it is that, you know, you can just use AI in every part of the process. So anytime that you get to a portion that you don't know, you don't understand, just have AI explain it to you, and then really try and understand what it is just by reading, you know? Like, you may not know what you're doing, but just work with the AI and try and understand what the AI is doing. Have it explain it back to you. But then have the AI pretty much do everything. That's how I did it, folks. All right, so it looks like our API has been updated to build in some user streak functionality. Now it's going to build it into the front end. J35 said to Iris, maybe brainstorm with AI, create a plan, get information, and get AI to do what it can and ask for it, what you need to learn. Yes. J35 is like very similar to me. Got a lot in common, J35. Thanks, Azim. Iris said, bro, you inspire me. Thanks, Iris. Appreciate the compliment. Any way that I can help you guys, you know, happy to help. This stuff isn't easy, that's for sure, you know? It's like, sometimes you gotta talk to other people that are going through some of the same things that you're going through, you know? It's like, you only get one life to live, and sometimes there's just so many variables, it's hard to know what the right thing to do is. All right, so this, okay, perfect, let's go. All right, learn dashboard layout. Now pulling in the streak. Now, if we pull up PG admin, the question is, yeah, there's no user streak row for that user. So J35 said, just like AI trains, this 24 days got me trained on your ways. That's hilarious. Okay. So right now, we need to make sure that when a new user signs up, that it creates a row in the user streak table for them. And so integrate that logic, and then we also need a way to actually increment streaks, and I need a really good way to do that so that we're not constantly calling on more code than we need to. Maybe we could create some sort of job or some sort of integration with, oh man, how do you do that? Hold on, guys. So we have this table. We have this table for user streaks, and it's separate. We're just doing like a join. It's got the current streak, the longest streak, the last activity date, the streak start date. But what I'm thinking is Otmain said use Codex. I need to try it soon. I've been hearing a lot about it. All right. If you guys are watching, haven't already liked and subscribed, make sure you do so. Take a couple questions from chat. Iris said that his notion of the abnormal route is just to go the traditional route and gather enough capital and work till the abnormal route gets more money than a job. Yeah, that's a definitely an interesting point. You know, I think that something that comes to my mind is just you got to be wary of risk. And you know what they say, high risk, high reward. You know, I think that what I think about is that, you know, at some point you're going to have to take a risk if you want to be successful. Most of the times people don't just like walk in life with super low risk and just, you know, waltz into something that really pays off for them. It's like the person that took a lot of risks, I feel like, is usually, yeah, it can end really poorly, but at least they were aspiring for something greater. It's like the man in the arena. All right, so what options do we had? So it says, here are the best ways to model and update daily streaks with trade-offs and recommendations. What matters for a great streak system? Idempotence. Yep. Yep. All right, so what are our options? Okay, please now code the best practice into the project. We'll just test it. Supercode Monkey asked, where did you host your website? Sorry, I missed your question. I hosted it on AWS. Yeah, G35 is right. Yeah. Yeah, NS, what's up? Yeah, for the website, I'm using Amplify, and then the API, I'm using ECS, and then I'm using RDS for the database. And I do a lot of DevOps. I did it for previous startups, so I have a lot of experience in DevOps. Not a huge fan of setting it up initially, but that's all right. This project's already deployed and everything, so what's nice is I have like GitHub workflows and everything. So instead of having to do a bunch of work, I can just push the code to the main branch, and it gets the workflows kicked off, which is nice. If you guys are watching, haven't already liked and subbed, make sure you do so. Really helps support the channel, support the community, support the grind. All right, let's work on another feature while this is going. Let's open up another chat. Take a look at the completed functionality that's currently in the Learn Dashboard layout file. Right now, this is just placeholder, and it says completed 3. But I actually need to build the functionality so that this will fetch data from the API and counts the number of completed courses that the authenticated user has. So please take a look at the courses module in the API and create the new route that will return the count. And then please look at the API endpoints and the course service respectively in the front end and build all this functionality in, and then update the Learn Dashboard layout respectively. Too easy, guys. Too easy, too easy. So let's try the streaks functionality now. So if we go back here, let's sign up as a new user, skip the questionnaire, and then just go straight to support +7. And then do, all right, yep. Let's go. Account created, redirecting to your dashboard. All right, so 0 days. The question is, did it create the streak? Let's go over here, refresh this. No, it did not. I just tested signing up and it did not create a user streak for me. Please review this functionality in depth and make sure that you actually get it working. Update all the code respectively to make sure that you get this functioning perfectly without causing bugs or breaking functionality. Think deeply before you make your updates. Nice. All right, so we're working on like 2 features right now. Basically the streak feature and then the completed feature. And then, yeah, we'll keep on keeping on, folks. If you haven't already liked and subscribed, make sure you do so. We're 1 subscriber away from 1,930 subs. So I think we're going to get to 2,000 subs today. Definitely get close. All right. Hopefully we can get that user streak functionality working on sign up. That did not work when we tested it, so gonna get that working. And then we also have to create the actual route to count the user's completed courses, hooking up in the API right now, the API endpoints file. So looks like it's already been updated, the course service and the course controller. Check out that code. You can see all it does is get users completed course count, it's a function. And then also we create a completions count me. Perfect. Honestly, we could have just integrated with this route and just counted it on the front end. Would have probably done that, but that's all right. I have a route for it, nothing wrong with it. All right, so now let's go over to browse. Let's enroll in a course. Let's start the course. Mark is complete, all the above. And the actual courses are like a lot better than this, obviously. They also have video. So continue, and then now let's go back out and then refresh, and the completed is still. Actually, I changed my mind. Instead of it saying completed, I want it to instead count the user's certifications. So it should say certifications instead of completed. Please remove the functionality that you built in the course module, and please update it to be in the certificate module and have it count and return the user's course certificates respectively. And then that's actually in the wrong chat. So let's go over here, go here. And then while that's working, let's go back out and go to test our sign up process again. See if the user will create this time. All right, nice. All right, cool. And then let's open up PG admin and reload this. If you guys are watching, haven't already liked and subscribed, make sure you do so. Oh, well the streak functionality worked there. What's up with that? That worked. Is it just incrementing every time I sign in, or what's up? Yeah, oh, that sucks. That functionality is not great. Review the image and notice that this user in their My Certifications, they have 1 certification, but in the layout, it's saying 0 certifications. Please fix this. What's up, Meme Cached? The real coder, I am not there yet. J35 said no munching. Not today. Not yet. Too locked in. The concept of achievements currently doesn't exist, so please remove it from the Learn dashboard and replace it with something else, like the user's certification count. All right, looks good, looks good. Please note that upcoming deadlines does not actually exist, so please remove it and replace it with something else. Also, the learning stats, please actually think through in the context of the project how we could actually build functionality for this, as right now it's literally just placeholder. And then also recommended for you right now, this is placeholder as well, but we actually need a root for this and functionality for this. So please take a look at this comprehensive dashboard page and remove anything that is placeholder and actually replace it with working functionality. Also, just remove the deadlines. There are no deadlines. Memecast said this is a different site. Yeah, this is the BridgeMind AI site. We'll be back to working on View Creator, but BridgeMind AI is launching to the public tomorrow, so I'm just polishing up some functionality. I have the courses ready, so I just have to input them, and then they're good to ship. J35 said, regarding your World War II interests, are there specific podcasts you watch? Not really. I just watch like documentaries and stuff. I'm interested in World War II history. It's crazy that we think about it in the context of like history and it feels so long ago, but in reality it was only, you know, it ended, what, 80 years ago about? I'm not going to open source this. This is a proprietary product. All right, I'm gonna use the restroom real quick while this is working. This is like some big functionality, so I'm gonna use the restroom. I'll be back. If you guys haven't already liked and subscribed, make sure you do so. Let's run it up. All right, quick vibe piss, we're back. Got a protein bar. All right, it's looking good. Okay. Please now improve the styling of the dashboard. Make it more complete. It doesn't need to be the current grid system. It can be like larger components, stacked grid system, however, but I want you to improve the borders, add like better white borders on each component's borders so it's more noticeable. Make it bigger, make it take up more space, more width. On to leave, what's up? I'm good, how are you? What's Eli 5? What is that? Meme calves, that's so funny. Pence, this is my full-time job. I'm basically getting started, and I'm chilling on money, so I'm going all in, diving into the deep end, folks. J35 said, great future is made by great minds being together. That's very true. If you guys are watching, haven't already liked and subscribed, make sure you do so. Let's do a sub count check. 1932. We've been running it up. Check the last 7 days out. It's like 7 days ago. How many were we at? Last week. So we gained 323. 323 in a week. Thank you guys for all the support. Crazy. I hope it's exponential. Make these statistics more compact, especially on the smaller screen sizes. There's no need that they need to be that big. Eli 5 means to explain like you're 5. What does your product do? Okay, so like you're 5. All right, so you know when you go to kindergarten with mom and dad, they take you to kindergarten because you need to go to school so that you can learn things and that you can get skills that are valuable so that you can make a living someday. And basically you can do that all online now. And there's platforms like BridgeMind that educate you on things online. You can earn online certifications instead of having to go to school. Christopher, what's up? Thanks, Christopher, for the support. He said, love this, keep it up. Excited to see you succeed. will inspire others. Solo vibe coders will one day dominate small SaaS tools. Appreciate it. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, thanks for the support, guys. Kostia said, how do you like Cursor? Have you tried Augment Code? I'm currently using it, but thinking to switch to Cursor. I would switch to Cursor. I've heard of a lot of other tools. You couldn't pay me to switch from Cursor. Rob, you think Claude Sonnet is better than GPT-5? I don't know. I like GPT-5 better. This is Cursor. All right, right now this is like really simple, but honestly I think that's a good thing. It's super simple, that's all we need. Take a look at this screen. Right now it doesn't actually reflect what the settings are in the database, and it needs to. For example, no bio or phone number or last name is needed for the profile settings. Oh man. Yeah, it's basically Coursera, but for vibe coding in particular. All right, the problem is that we have this like profile. Right now, all I want to focus on is for the profile information, giving the user the ability to update their first name, email, and then the account. They should be able to reset their password, and then remove notifications, appearance, and privacy. And please, in the settings, add manage subscription or add like a billing. Yeah, just add billing. And please then take a look at the functionality and make sure that you actually hook up functionality for all of this. Look at the API, look at the entities, study all of it, and make sure that you can update the code in the back end and then update the front end respectively so that they actually match and this works fully across the entire stack. All right. Yeah, it's a pretty big prompt there, so I'm gonna add in some extra information. I want them to be able to update the user, pass in the settings. This one, and then I'm gonna do at Hold up. Let's try this again. Turn on max. You need a GPT-5 max on that. Rob, this is already deployed on AWS. Not EKS, ECS. Mean Cash asks, are you gonna launch it on Reddit in Product Hunt? What do you mean Product Hunt? I'll do some marketing for sure, but right now I'm really just focused on, you know, it's not all about make as much money as fast as you possibly can. It's more like, hey, smooth and steady kind of wins the race here. Let's not get, you know, ahead of ourselves, and let's just do things one step at a time. It'll scale, it'll be exponential, so. Rob thinks that with the synthetic data training, he thinks it's overly verbose, more intelligent, less common sense. Interesting. Product hunt. Mythic said, where did you learn how to make production ready backends? I've also been loving your streams. Thank you, Mythic. Really appreciate it. Thank you for the support. So to answer your question, I learned how to make production ready backends. I learned it in another startup that I was at. I taught it myself. I just read a bunch on it, and then just from experience, and actually, you know, the best way to learn, in my opinion, is through just doing it. So, you know, I feel like the people that have the most experience are those that have actually done that thing before. It's like, for example, you don't get good at basketball by reading a basketball textbook or by having a certification in basketball. You get good at playing basketball by shooting hoops. If you guys are watching and haven't already liked and subscribed, make sure you do so. Yeah, Mythic. Mythic said, I get what you mean. You get good at doing it a bunch of times and failing over and over, and eventually you get it. Yeah. Rob said, one good thing to understand is just when to do async versus synchronous, and why and when to do what. That helped me with the back end. That's very true. SciMap said, hey, just starting new into this stuff. A little bit about me is that he's an AI engineer in his final year. He wants to know which domain or simple roadmap to set a stage for my apps is good that can generate revenue. I mean, the problem with your question is that keyword simple, a simple roadmap. I don't think anything is ever going to be simple. It's going to take a lot of trial and error, but I would recommend using ChatGPT to understand and map out a little bit about what the process looks like, and then to just start tackling it, you know? Don't wait, just start getting into it, get your hands dirty. That's how you get good at stuff. All right, how many subs we at, guys? Let's go. I feel like we're getting to the point where we have so many returning viewers that it's awesome. Thank you so much for all your support, guys. Like, it's more motivating to keep on streaming when a lot of people are watching, you know? And the averages just keep going up. Like, I think if you're consistent, then the averages just keep going up. Rob said, is it truly better than Copilot and VS Code? So funny, it's just a fork cursor. Yeah, I mean, I think that it's better. Because it's not necessarily the UI, it's like they have a proprietary product in the back end. It's not just, like, they have completely different tools, they have completely different embeddings models, and I'm pretty sure that the Cursor embeddings model is the #1 on the market. Okay, I want to try something. Memecash said that one of the best places to market a new product, it was, wait, I saw it. Where is it? Product Hunt. Okay, Product Hunt. Let's see this. Product Hunt. Interesting. What was the other one that you said? Hacker News. Oh, this is Y Combinator? That's cool. Alright, I'll make a note of this. And then maybe get something going. Thanks for subbing, guys. Alright, so Product Hunt, News, Y Combinator, and then Reddit. Shout out to Memecash, thank you. I'm learning a lot from some of you guys in the chat. Appreciate it. Memecast, yeah, that's kind of what I noticed too. Hacker News is a basic site, but I could tell that there was a lot of people using it, so. SciMap asks, are you paying for Cursor? Yeah, I am. Just using Cursor. I used to be a big VS Code guy, but now I'm Cursor all the way. Rob asks, this is B2C, right? Yep. And front end is Next.js, yeah. Let's go. Yeah, it's very true. Meme Cash said that he thinks that some have a sentimental attachment to VS Code, but frankly, VS Code had to adapt after Cursor, and nobody can deny that. Yeah, very true. Rob, yeah, SEO stuff. Very true. Let's get this error out of the way. Fix this error now. That's so true, Rob. I don't even like soccer. X showing me soccer. Nice, 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 nice. There is no last name, phone number, or bio. Please remove all this. Also make sure that when the user clicks the profile screen, it actually renders in their first name and email. Also, remove security. Ugh. Having conflicted thoughts here, guys. And just put the password change logic on the profile page. Also with billing, put this on the profile page as well. Just remove the tab profile, security, and billing. Just put it all on one singular settings page that has nice separation and just super modern. I like that idea better. If you guys are watching and haven't already subscribed, make sure you do so. We're up to 1938. Let's get to 1940, guys. Let's go. Proceed. I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick, guys. I'll be right back. What's up, guys? I'm back. Had to take the vibe piss. Rob said he's building digital employees. That sounds freaking badass, bro. I need myself a digital employee. I also need myself some real employees. Once I get that Series A funding, we're gonna start booming in here, boys. Start booming. You know what I'm gonna say? I'm gonna say Series A funding secured. I'll like put a banner on top of the website. Let's say Series A funding secured. Watch it happen. Don't doubt on me. Don't hate on me. Nah, I'm the type of guy that I skip straight to this Series A. Nah, I'm just kind of kidding. Probably just self-finance this whole thing. I don't need anybody else's money. Rob, I'm doing this full time. Remove the tabs and instead just have the singular settings page with all the profiles, security, and billing on the same page instead of having the tabs. I've got to change to a different model. I'm going to start a new combo, guys. This one's getting like... Let's switch to a Sonnet model and see what's going on.
Mom, Dad, let me give you a ride home.
I did it pretty good. There should be kind of like a nice little white border separating each of the settings header, profile information header, security, billing, etc. Rob said that Gemini has the best AI architecture. GPT-5 has highest intelligence, good for extra complicated patch. Sonnet better at searching multiple services and making non-breaking changes. Yeah. Remove the account actions. Also remove the enable two-factor authentication, as this currently is not a feature. Currently, there is no functionality for changing your password. Please review this and then help me integrate the functionality in a route for updating your password. Also, another feature that we need to build is that it needs to make sure that it renders in the first name and email address in the settings page and allows users to save changes to those. All right, let's go. Rob, I'm using cookies. Yeah. Yep, I'm using Passport. Pretty simple. I like how simple the app is, not gonna lie. If you guys are watching, haven't already subscribed, make sure you do so. Let's do a sub check. 1940. Let's go. Thank you guys. Thanks for all the support. Yeah, Rovidex, we were at 1,300 not too long ago. This channel's growing fast, and it's all thanks to you guys. Shout out to J35, Rovidex, Linux Thing. I live in the US. Skew just asked which Mac do I have. I've got an M3 Ultra. And then I've got this bad boy. Little MacBook M4 Max. Take on the go with me. I got like 96 gigs of RAM on my Ultra. It's cracked. Things like a... Alright, here we go. There we go. So when I was refreshing, okay, perfect. All right, now let's just test this. Profile updated successfully, looks good. Now let's try this new password. Update password, 404 still. I still got a 404 when trying to update my password. Why did this happen? Please review and make sure that you get this functionality working correctly. J35 asked, I game a lot, that's why I didn't use Mac yet. Should I get a separate Mac? I'm a huge Mac guy. I used to be Windows. I actually still have a Windows it's an Omen. It's a pre-built Omen. It's got like a 4090 in there or something. So it's about like 2 years old. I think it's got like AMD 9, 4090. All right, password update is now working, and we have our billing functionality. So really what I was trying to accomplish during this is I wanted to get the dashboard actually looking good. So you have active courses, certifications, recommended for you, learning stats. Right now it's like the screen's kind of crunched, but this is what it would look like on an actual screen. Looks pretty good. You can click on certifications, and here's your certificate of completion. One update we need to make there. But you can download that as well. So I'm going to go over all functionality. You can download this as well. Pull that up. There's your certificate. You can also share it. Share on X, share on LinkedIn. Here's what viewing the course looks like. You can go out here, browse courses, enroll now in a course, start the course, then actually take the course, go through the process of taking it. Obviously, actual courses are longer and actually have content, but this is just for testing purposes. Mark is complete, and certificate earned. And then over here, settings, we integrated profile information, security to reset your password, and billing and subscription logic. We have the resources are coming soon. We have the streaks working and the certificate count working. So this is looking pretty good. It looks like we're on track to launch tomorrow. But I'm gonna wrap up this stream for now, guys, because I have some other things I need to work on today. I may stream again later tonight. I'll let you guys know in Discord. If you haven't already subscribed and liked the video, make sure you do so. And if you haven't joined the Discord is in the description down below. Make sure you join in so that you can get up-to-date information on everything